Hey everyone, Vintage Vinny here. Welcome to another haul video. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from the Factory Antique Mall in Verona, Virginia. So as our little vacation wound down, we decided to antique our way back up to Maryland. So Dad and I stopped in Verona, as you all saw from the last video. We stopped at Verona Antiques, and 3 minutes away from there was the Factory Antique Mall, which we went to probably 10 years ago, and because we had heard how big it was. Well, I remember it was big, but I didn't think it could get any bigger. And let me tell you something, it is ginormous. There are so many vendors in there, so many different things you can buy. They label themselves as an antique mall, but they're not really strict about what they sell, as you can see from some of the things that I have here. But it is definitely, we spent, I think, probably 2 hours in there. Some people can spend hours in there. I mean, like literally hours, but not for someone like my dad and I. Like, we look for booths that have stuff that we like, look around, see what the prices are like, and then move on if there's nothing that we can either afford or anything we're interested in purchasing. So I spent $86.25. This isn't everything. I've got 3 other pieces. They did have a card fee if you paid by credit card or debit card, so factor that into the price. And I also bought Dad a hat because it was the only thing that he found. So that factored into the price of the stuff that I'm sharing with you all. I got a few things 75% off, so I could not resist those. So let's go ahead and check it out. I have something placed kind of awkwardly, so I don't want it to fall and break, so we're going to pick it up here. This is just a wall plaque. This was Peter Arno from 1942. It's a lady at the cash register for, I think, a horse race. And it says, "Don't you just adore it?" And I believe that this is a cartoon from 1942. I'm not sure when this wall plaque was made. It could be, maybe it could be from that era. I'm thinking more like 50s or 60s based on this wire wall hanging that it's in. So I looked up the, I just did a Google Lens to see if I could find, and then somebody, I guess, had like just the cartoon, but they didn't have this, and this was actually one of the items that was 75% off. Thought it was interesting enough, so I went ahead and picked it up. Forgive me, I gotta find places for some of this stuff while I, make sure nothing falls and breaks. This was actually the first item that I grabbed. This is called Factor Crap. It's TV's version, Factor Crap. And this I'm actually going to be sending into Amazon. If you all know, or if you don't know, Amazon over the years has just gotten so strict with what you can sell on their site via FBA or Merchant Fulfilled. So it's been really difficult for me to even sell on there anymore because, you know, everything that I find, you know, it always says requires approval or is restricted or, you know, so when I find something that's actually worth picking up and isn't restricted, it's always a win-win for me. So I did pay $5 for this. It's from 2005? 2007, I'm sorry. So this game is about 17 years old. And if I can sell this for about $40 on Amazon, after fees, I should net about 27, 29? 20, no, maybe 27, $27.28, I'm sorry. So from $5 to $27.28, I should do pretty darn well with that. And that was actually the first item I found. This was also in that 75% off booth. It's just an acrylic diamond shaped candle holder. I think it was it was 90 or 75% off. Let's see. Yeah, it was 75% off. So I only paid a quarter for it. It's gonna need some cleaning, as you can see. But with a magic eraser, I'm sure this will clean up nicely. I'm thinking maybe putting like a blue lucite candle in there if I can find one. This poodle lamp here, I think it's probably a child's or nursery lamp. This one, of course, I did look up to make sure that it was worth picking up. One with the original shade sold for, I believe, $60. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to list this for about $50 and see where I go from there. Because if someone's willing to pay $60 with the original shade, who knows what I can get for the lamp base itself. I'm going to have to test it to make sure it works, but most times old lamps work if the cord is not all messed up on it. I love the color of this sugar canister. It's a little bit more aqua in person. It's coming up a lot more blue on camera. I cannot remember who made this. I am going to clean it up, of course, a little bit. Looked that up, and one of those sold for $24.95 with the best offer. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to list that for that same price with the hopes that somebody sends me a reasonable offer. I also got this ashtray, hand painted. It says Made in Japan, PAT. So I thought that was really cool, and I know somebody would probably really like to have that. So this may have already been sold by the time that this video goes up. I just didn't have a lot of stuff to offer for the live sale, so I had to film the videos after I sold the stuff. You know, I see a lot of Royal Copley pieces, but I have never seen this bank before. It's called Chicken Feed. And it's one of those banks where you have to actually break it to open it. So I'm amazed that it's in the shape that it's in. Unfortunately, it is chipped right here, but you know what? That little chip, or maybe that's not even a chip. Doesn't feel rough. Oh yeah, it's a chip. But you know what? It's so minute, it's not really even that big of a deal. So that's why I went ahead and picked it up. And it does have crazing. I thought that was really, really cool. So I went ahead and bought that. And again, like I mentioned, the Factory Antique Mall is not really strict about what they let their vendors sell. So I did find this grilling apron for dummies from 2005, I believe it is. Yes, from 2005. I think I might be able to sell this for about $16 to $20. So those items for eBay should be up by the time this video goes up. I've only got a few other things that I'd like to share, and then this video will be over. And the final 3 items I'd like to share with you all from my trip to the Factory Antique Mall are these awesome glass pieces. So I'm looking around, not seeing a bunch of stuff. Well, actually, I was seeing a lot of stuff. I just wasn't seeing a lot of things that I was interested in purchasing. And it also didn't help that I had an energy drink and I was kind of like zippity-doo-dah-dang all through these aisles. But I came across a booth, the same booth that I bought the Grilling for Dummies apron, and I found these 2 red glass pieces. Hopefully they charged me for both of them. I'm making sure. Yeah, they did. So one of these was only $8, one of them was $6, and I believe that both of these are made by Empoli based on that little swirl. I don't know if this is a brandy snifter or what, but that is just amazing. So they had, like I said, a mishmash of everything, new and old. I don't think that they knew that these were Italian from the 60s. I just think they're so cool. So I picked those up. And then what made this total so expensive, or I mean, it was still a good deal for for what I got, but what made this total skyrocket to $86 Would have been 58 had I not picked up this awesome Viking swung vase. It's draped and it's clear. You know, I always see red, I always see blue, I see green. I don't ever see clear. So I've found a frosted like lettuce, cabbage leaf one before, but I have not seen the clear one before. So that I will say I did pay up at $28, but where are you going to find a swung vase like this, let alone clear, for 28? So I had to pick that up because you just don't see them, and especially for that price. I guarantee you if this was sold around here, they would probably have maybe 65, maybe even upwards of $80 on it. So this is going to go in my glass collection. I do not see any of these listed on eBay. I don't know if clear Viking glass is harder to find. Y'all are going to have to let me know about that, because I tried looking this up via Google Lens and I just typed in Viking drape pattern swung vase and I didn't see anything. So you all will definitely have to let me know about that. So I want to thank you all so much for watching my haul videos from my trip to the 129 yard sale. Be on the lookout for some more antique store hauls. I did go to Hancock. You guys are seeing this on Wednesday of this week. I went last week Friday, before Mother's Day. And I got some good stuff there. I'm going to be spending, as I speak, because I'm talking way ahead in the future, Monday after Mother's Day, I'm going to probably be spending some time listing some of the items, getting some stuff organized and cleaned up in this room because it's a disaster. And I just ordered 4 more big rolls of bubble wrap, so they all got to fit in here somehow. So thank you all again so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care.